Hey guys, we are back with another episode of Madden 22 with the New England Patriots. This is the second episode, and it's going to be our first where we actually jump into the Bears have signed Ronnie Perkins from our practice squad. That's a little upsetting since Ronnie Perkins was like our second round pick. All right, well, you live, you learn. You learn how to play the game. That's fine. And we are actually going to play some games this time, or at least we're going to sim through some games, and we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, and I don't know exactly how this works. You know, like I said, we will we'll just sort of go as we go, and we'll see what happens. So. All right, let's see what the keys to victory, let's see what speaking to the media is all about. And I do have my controller set up, so hopefully that will make things a little bit easier here going forward. It's opening day and a fresh week start. And opening day this week and a fresh start for every team around the league, and you'll be facing the Dolphins. What's the key to the victory? Stifling defense. It all starts with defense. We plan on making their offense uncomfortable and keeping them off the scoreboard as much as possible. You mentioned making their offense uncomfortable. Where does that start? Stuffing the run. Games are won and lost in the trenches. If you can't stop them, the other team can grind your team right out of the stadium, but we don't plan on letting that happen. Beat the Dolphins. Allow less than 75 yards rushing. We will try. Focus your defensive game plan on rushing to help achieve your goal. Okay. So, manage staff. Again, this just is my upgrades and stuff, right? Yeah. Select the game day goal. No, that's fine. Don't allow rushing TD works. All right. Weekly strategy. I don't want to defend the deep pass. I want to defend the run. Todd Gurley. So that works. Which button is advance? You guys will have to forgive me. Yeah, their top threat. Offensive game, their top threat is their kicker. Our offensive game plan focus will be countering the blitz. We got to keep players off of Cam. Start the training. Can I focus on... Oh, I guess those are locked in place. Okay. That is fine. Let's go ahead and start the training. See what sorts of upgrades we get. Pretty standard. Do we have any upgrades prior to the game? We do. Who gets upgraded? Kendrick Bourne. Nice. He's not really a deep threat, though. But we'll put it in there. We'll get his deep threat upgrade. Deep route catching, awareness, agility, and acceleration. That works. Jake Bailey. Power. That boot. The all-pro Patriot kicker. Awareness and kick accuracy. Excuse me. As always, I claim I'll edit that out, but I probably won't. Jakob Johnson. Look at that. Break, tackle, and run block 3. That's awesome. And then Jonathan Jones as the slot corner. We're going to put a point into slot coverage. So we have 3 cornerbacks, and those are good ratings, man. Our corners are looking sharp. All right. So I want to just look at something. Do we have... How can we look at... That's what I wanted to see. I'm kind of bummed that the Patriots took Ronnie Perkins from us. I guess I should have thought about that. But again, you live, you learn, right? So let's quickly look at the Bears. I want to look at what they did. What they did with our... Where is Perkins? They have him listed as an end? Oh, they have him listed as a linebacker. Really? Okay, well that would explain why I didn't catch it, because he's not a linebacker. Damn. Alright. Oh well. We lost him. Nothing I can do about it now. Alright. Training complete. I don't want to play anything. Can we just sim? So I may go into this and then back out if I can't. Let's just see. Because I don't want to actually play anything right now. I'm not good enough to do this. Let's just see how this works. Because I want to watch. I mean, I know you can watch. It might let me just skip kind of the key moments, and if that's the case, that would be perfect. Yeah, all right. So we can just skip these moments. All right. Three nothing lead for us in the first. Dolphins score a touchdown. Yeah, there's got to be a better way to do this, and I'll sort it out as we go through it here a little bit. So we're down 20-6. There we go. We get a touchdown. Get the ball back in the fourth quarter. Oh, no, they have the ball. And they score a touchdown. Oof. And we lose 27-20. Okay. So Cam, 21 of 35, 242 yards, a touchdown. All right, let's just exit out of this, because for me, I can hear all the talking over my headsets. I don't think you guys can hear it, but so there's got to be a better way to do it. I want to be able to just. I think I can just if I tell it to just play offense, and then skip each time I have the ball, that should work. I think that's probably what I'll do. So we don't throw 2 touchdowns. We allow less than 75 yards, but we didn't win. We didn't allow a rushing touchdown. We got an upgrade to Isaiah Wynn. I'll put it in pass protection. So we'll look at stats here in a second. I just wanted to get out of that because I could hear them talking in my headphones. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I could hear it in my headphones. So all right, so we lose 27-20. Not ideal, but let's look at where is view box score. So they gained 362 yards, 285 passing, 77 rushing. We turned it over once. Again, we look at the Patriots stats. Cam, 242 yards. He was 21 of 35 passing. Oops. Still getting a handle for which button does what. Michelle, 18 carries, 73 yards. Our running game was actually pretty good. James White carried more than I would like, but 18 carries for 73 yards for Newton is good. Harris didn't get any carries, which is a bit concerning, but receiving, Aguilar, 5 for 86. Myers, 4 for 57. Henry, 4 for 47. Bourne, 5 for 28. Wynn allowed 2 sacks and Brown allowed 2 sacks. Not good. Defensively, Hightower had 9 tackles. Duggar had 11 tackles, 2 assists. We got a sack at a guy. Just the 1 sack, no picks. Folk was fine. Bailey was good. Kick returns and punt returns, meh. It's total plays. All right. So we got to upgrade our staff now. And where do we want to put those 16 points? Because I think all of these cost 20. Well, staff modifications cost 10, but I don't necessarily think I need to put anything into there just yet. So let's look at defensive coordinator. I want to go I'm a big defensive guy. So we can put 10 more points in here and boost our tackling again. Why is that one locked? Can't use that one yet. I don't know why I can't use that one yet. I wonder if I have to go down the left, because it looks like I think I have to go down the entire left side first before I come back up this way, maybe. So we're going to put points into increasing tackling for all of our linebackers. I think that makes the most sense. All right. So we're 0-1. Let's go look at the key to victory again. Stephen Gilmore, we know we have to step it up. Everyone is disappointed in the fact that you gave us a vote of confidence and we let you down. Don't sweat it. I still have faith in everybody here. We'll iron out the kinks. Play to the level we're capable of soon enough. All right. Well, at least Gilmore is accepting responsibility for that. Let's advance the week. I am recording, right? Yes, that would have been bad. All right, so we're going to take it on the Jets at MetLife Stadium. Let's set the weekly strategies. Ladies help Le'Veon Bell. Yeah, we're going to stick with defending the run. Offensive game plan. Do we... Yeah, that's fine. Let's increase. Let's run through practice, and I think I want to change my target goals for each of my coaches. So, upgrades. Who got upgrades? Jonnu Smith. Let's go. Vertical threat out of the tight end. Wow. Break, tackle, deep route, medium route, run block, finesse block, run block, power, short route. Wow, Smith got really good. Cowart, run stopper, block shedding, recognition, and tackling. And then J.C. Jackson. Man-to-man, baby. Awareness and man coverage got better. Here, this is where I wanted to go. So Select the Dame. So don't allow a sack, pass for 275 yards, allow less than 4 yards a carry. I think we can do that. I don't know if don't allow a sack can work with Cam Newton. So let's see what else we have here. We're not going to blow him out. Let's win the turnover battle. Yeah, let's win the turnover battle. All right. Wait, is there a game day goal for... player personnel? Let's win the turnover battle. Okay, I already have that. All right. So let's look at the roster, make sure nobody's hurt. I'd like to get Jonnu Smith more involved if I could. This is kind of the one thing about Madden that I'm not crazy about is you can't, like, there's no such thing, like, you can't set, like, two tight end, like, there are no two tight end sets or anything like that, so, but that's fine. That is fine. Let's find a player for the... So 25-year-old run stopper Kalen Saunders, Kelvin Harmon, Gary Jennings, Quincy Williams. He's 25. I think Tristan Hill, 23-year-old. He's a scheme fit. Sign him to the practice squad. All right. All right, let's play week 2 against the Jets, I guess. And we will do this, I think, this time. It should allow me, I hope, to just skip playing offense. Yeah. All right, so we get on the board at 7-0. We get the ball back. 14-0. We get the ball back again. 21-0 at the half. 21-3 now. 21-10 as we turn it over. 21-18 as the Jets have come all... and they're winning. What the heck? 28-25. They kick a field goal. We're tied at 28. We take a 31-28 lead. They kick a field goal. We go to overtime. It's our ball. And we win it in overtime. All right, let's exit the game, and then we'll look at stats. So we do win. It's not ideal. We have 31 points to the Jets, but we win 37-31. We pass for 275. So we basically won all of our staff goals and our game plan goal. We gave up, or we allowed less than 2 touchdown passes. We won the turnover battle. We passed for 275 yards. We allowed less than 4 yards a carry. At least I think we did. Jacoby Myers, slot guy. Catching traffic, catching, medium route, short route, and speed. Cool. All right, so one new injury. Who's hurt? Jonnu Smith, dislocated elbow. Oh, no good. Okay. So let's go in and adjust the depth charts. Oh, they already did it. Okay, cool. It already does it. already does it for us. Let's look at the box score. 487 yards by the offense, 140 rushing, 347 passing. We turned it over 3 times. They didn't turn it over at all. That's what allowed them to get back into the game. Time of possession's all wonky. So Cam, 23 of 38, 347 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. Michelle, 20 for 60. James White, 13 for 52. Damian Harris, 3 for 12 and a touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 5 for 106 and 2 touchdowns. James White with a big game out of the backfield. Aguilar, Henry, each had 5 catches. Smith had 2. Bourne had 2. Eight tackles for Gilmore, 7 for J.C. Jackson. Tackle for losses. Winovich and Guy each had 1. 2 sacks for Judon, 1 for Van Noy, 1 for Godchow. We didn't have any interceptions. Okay, well, that's better. I mean, our offense got moving. Defense is a little concerning against the Jets, but... So we got 24 points. Do we want to put... Well, let's look. I think I might just continue to go with the defense and improve the defense here. Just dump them both into... And what's this one? Boost pursuit. Block shedding. Or boost pursuit by 1. Let's just go here. Let's just max that one out as well. So now we've got +3 tackles for all of our linebackers and +3 block shedding for our left ends and right ends. Therese Hall was signed off our practice squad. And I don't think we're going to make a lot of trades during the regular season. That's not it's not usually a big NFL thing. You know, obviously we'll make some trades at the draft. You know, if there's somebody that we want to move up for, we'll make some deals there. I'm going to go to the practice squad again. But we're not going to make a lot of deals during the actual season. Okay, so... All right, so let's sim this week. And we got the Saints next week. Players are ready to negotiate. Oh, and we can start our scouting. Awesome. All right, so what do we want to start with? We want to start with... Let's start with negotiation. Who wants to talk to us? Great. So we got Gilmore, McCourty, and Earl Watford. I'm not really concerned about Earl Watford, but these guys, oof. So he wants $21 million for 1 year. And he wants, that's a lot of money. Okay. Okay. Holy crap, that is a ton. I guess I need to look. Where can we look at our... Is there there some place we can look at? Do they have like the salary caps? Is that in here somewhere? Is it under roster? Oh, team salaries. Never mind. I saw it. I don't know that I can afford to pay Gilmore $21 million for 1 year. All right, so that is... Oof, Aguilar. Okay. So we have 31 million in cap space, but that's this year, right? Because that's 2021. I'm more concerned about next year's cap hits than I am this year, because we got plenty of money for this year, but that doesn't help me. So we're going to have some decisions to make. We got White, we got Myers. Well, Cam will probably be gone. Folk will probably be gone. Michelle, we might look to trade. The Patriots just traded him today, actually. I'm recording this on Wednesday. They traded him to the Rams today. So we may end up trading him before the season's up. But we got Brown, Jackson. I mean, we got some big names on here. I don't know that I can afford to pay him $20 million for 1 year. We might hold off on him for now and see what some of these other players cost, like J.C. Jackson and that sort of thing. So let's talk to D-Mac and see. Will he take 7 and 7? I mean, they think that's a... Oh, so there's our cap. Okay, there's our cap room. $48 million. I see it. And I pointed to the screen because I'm a dummy. So let's see if he'll take that. I like the length, but the rest of it needs work. Okay. All right, so it looks like we're going to have to start again next week. So next week we're going to add Hightower and Brown to this list. So that's an issue. Brown wants 3 years. Hightower wants 2. JC wants 4. Like this, I would sign in a heartbeat. Because I can't sign all these because I have $40 million or something. So if I sign D-Mac to a $15 million deal and Gilmore to a $22 million deal, that's almost all the money. So, all right. Well, we're going to hold off. We're going to hold off on signing those players. Let's start scouting. Let's start scouting. Right. Okay. I remember that. Right. Okay. Okay, so so if you look at this, if you look at our offensive needs, I think we're okay at quarterback, we're okay at running back. Yeah, I mean, defense maybe. I mean, our offensive line is stacked. Wide receiver I think is probably a need. Because I don't know that we're going to bring Aguilar back next year since I think his contract was like $15 million. So let's go ahead and look at Jahiel Randall. Late first rounder. Okay, but that's actually not bad because that may be the type of pick that that falls to us. So let's start with the positions of need here. So, defensive tackle and outside linebacker. Glenn Beard. Early first rounder. Okay. What do you have for defensive tackles? I guess we can just do it like this. Ricardo McCullough. Early first rounder, and he's a scheme fit. All right, let's look at Deontay Porter, 6'2", 307. Early second rounder. Okay. Let's go back and look at wide receivers again. He's physical, 6'5", 235. Deep threat? Yeah, let's look at Justin Nava. Okay, so we'll have to put more points into Nava next week to see what he is. But as a deep threat, spectacular catch, B+, catch in traffic, A-. He might be a later round pick, so that might, or a later first round pick, which might work for us. All right, so their top threat is Alvin Kamara, so obviously we need to focus on the run. Our offensive game plan, blitz counter. Again, we want to keep Cam clean. Let's start training. I would love for Mac to get some talent bumps here. Mac Jones. So we're going to be leaning on him next year for sure. Upgrade. Cool. Christian Barmore with another improvement. Run stopper upgraded, +3 tackle. Castuhe, backup offensive lineman. He got a lot better. And Kyle Duggar. Run support. So I need to, it said I need to get him in the lineup to see his true talent. So let's take a look at defensive tackles and see about getting Barmore out there. We'll list him now as our top defensive tackle. Now, what's going on with Cam here, or Mac here? Cam and Mac, you get their names confused. It's just a palindrome if you put them together, I guess. So let's look at Cam. Let's look at Mac. Mac, not Cam. Mac Jones, not Cam Newton. Mac Jones. All right, so, he's almost there. He's getting there. He needs about 1,800 more XP to get an improvement. He develops at a normal rate, which is a little concerning. They only have him listed as a 71. That's really disappointing. All right. Well, we'll keep going. Mac is going to be our guy next year, so. All right, so we got game 3 here against the New Orleans Saints. So if I play the full game, I just want to try it. I may have to back out because I want to see if there's a way that I can. Let's see. Without having to say sim through this. I just want the game to sim. That's what I want. I just want the game to sim. Super sim. That's what I wanted. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right, so we take a 7-0 lead. 34-21. Big offensive game. We put up a 40 spot. Although it's weird because the clock was at 6 minutes, so I don't know if that's something that I need to change. Damian Harris got better. I'm going to upgrade him at power back. Awareness, strength. But I don't think it matters because I don't know if the let's look at the box score. Because I don't think we put up 480 yards. I don't think the time on the clock matters as long as the stats are realistic. That's really all I'm concerned about. So Cam was 21-26, 303 yards. Just a perfect game for Cam Newton. 21-26, 303 yards, 3 touchdowns. Michelle, 21 for 81, 2 touchdowns. Harris, 9 for 42. White, 7 for 32. Henry, 6 for 89. Myers had 2 more touchdown catches. Aguilar, 3 for 56. Asi getting into it with a 27-yard reception. Defensively, J.C. Jackson led us in tackles. Tackle for losses. Guy had 2. Jackson, Judon, and Uche each had 1. Judon now has 3 sacks in 2 games. Our first pick of the year goes to Jalen Mills. Cool. So we got staff upgrade, and we're just going to keep going right into defense with it. Put this into pursuit boost. How long have I been recording for? Oh, not long. We can keep going. And I think, let's advance a week, and we're going to be taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's sim ahead. So we're 2-1. So press conference, QB1 check-in. All right, so let's look. There is Tom. Look at that. Mr. Brady. Such a handsome gentleman. Let's check in with QB1. What do you need more out of Cam Newton? Let's build some chemistry. We just want him to be himself and continue to do his part to build chemistry and keep our offense rolling. The better chemistry we have, the easier it will be to something. It disappeared on me before I could finish reading it. So we have 5 players ready to negotiate now. Okay, so I think Donta. He's 31. He wants a 2-year deal. Be a $10 million cap hit. So if he accepts this offer, we'll have $37 million in cap space. We're going to make the offer. Okay, so basically you need to give them what it is they're asking for, or they don't accept the offer, is what it boils down to. That's kind of what I'm seeing here, right? Because all these say fair offer. Yeah, these all say fair offer. So it looks as though I need to just give them what it is they're asking for, or they aren't going to take it. So the question is, if I give him what he's asking for, that takes us down to $27 million, excuse me, in cap space for next year. But we can always cut people to bring some stuff back. So I think, yeah, let's offer Trent Brown what he wants. Okay. Let's just lock Trent Brown down. So now if we bring back Gilmore, we have $4 million in cap space. Yeah, I can't bring Gilmore back. If I bring McCourty back, we have $26 million in cap space. Okay. Okay, so there's 15 too. So this puts us at 25 million in cap space if we sign him. Oh shit. Okay. All right. That's no good. All right. So that's what it is. So Gilmore's gone. We can't afford to bring him back. I think we sort of knew that was going to be the case. It's probably going to be the case in real life as well. Let's get back to scouting. Let's find that wide receiver we were scouting before. Late first rounder. Okay, so Justin Nava might be somebody we look at. Let's look at cornerbacks because we are going to have to replace... I don't want a necessarily... Well, no, I guess I could use a slot guy because I can move Jones to the outside if I need to. So let's look at Jade Dobson out of Duke. Early second rounder. I don't like that very much. Devontae Shavers. Ooh, fifth rounder. He's no good. Okay. Marco Reynolds. Fourth rounder. Wow. Okay, so some not very good cornerbacks. Let's go to free safeties. Late fourth rounder. Wow. Okay. So we have 50 points left. Let's go to all positions. I mean, Shepard would be nice, but, you know, with him being a top-round pick, I don't think that's going to be... With him being the number one available and a field general and everything else, I don't think that's going to work. I don't really need a running back. We don't need a tight end. We're okay. I mean, maybe Joseph DeVoe. Early first rounder. We have 20 points left. So I can only use 5 here. Or I can only use 15 of the 20, which means I'm going to lose a couple. But that's fine. Danny Fincher. All right, so we'll finish off our points next time with Fincher. So we'll sim through week 4, and then we'll take a look at the stats and kind of see where we stand. So let's go to... What do we want to try to do against Patriots? We're not going to lead by 9 at halftime. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to pick them off twice. Let's do that one. That seems easy. No fourth down conversions. Sure. Lead by 9 at halftime. I don't think so. Let's see if Cam can pass for 275. He's done that the last couple games in a row. And this is okay. We can stick with that because our offense has been moving nicely here over the last couple of weeks. I just want to make sure this is franchise settings, gameplay sliders. That's the actual gameplay. Like, I'm not interested in changing any of that because I'm not actually going to be playing the games. League settings. All right, let's try that. See if that... The 6-minute clocks were confusing me. Ultimately, I don't think it mattered because it looked like the stats were realistic. But let's, go to weekly strategy. Yeah, I guess we'll defend the deep pass against Tom Brady. Blitz counter again against Levante David. It's a shame that Mac is listed as normal. I think they did him dirty here, but that's okay. We get our upgrades prior to the game. Lawrence guy. Big man. Nice upgrade there. Shed blocking, pursuit, strength, and tackle. So we're going to play this game, and then I think I'm going to see about trading Sony Michel. So let's see what happens there. Let's just go into play full game. Sunday night primetime. Tom Brady returns home to Foxborough to take on the Patriots. Super Sim. Let's just go to the end of the game. They take a 7-0 lead into the second. They're up 14-0. There we go. We get on the board. 14-10 at the half. They're up 17-10. We tie it up going into the fourth quarter. Tom Brady leads them on a touchdown drive, 2 touchdown drives. And we score with about a minute left. But we lose. We lose 31-24. Drop to 2-2. I think we held our own against a very good Buccaneers team. Cam Newton with an upgrade. I'll put it into field general. Who's hurt? Michelle with a broken thumb. Okay. Well, this is our time to try to trade him. He's out for 4 weeks. Let's look at our stats. Let's look at our stats here. Can we look at, where do we look at stats? Trade center. Well, let's look at the box score first. So they ran for 95, threw for 300. We threw for 316. We actually, the offensive yards were really close. We turned it over once. Cam with another good game, though. 21 of 37, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. He got sacked 7 times, though. That's a problem. Michelle, 7 carries, 29 yards before going down with an injury. Myers with another huge game, 6 for 133. Hunter Henry with a big game. Aguilar played well. Defensively, Gilmore and Jackson led us in tackles. 2 tackles for losses for Winovich, 1 for Barmore. Sacks for Van Noy, Guy, and then half a sack for Winovich and Uche. Cool. All right, so how do we look at... How do we look at stats? Like this? Individual player stats for the season. All right, so through 4 games, Cam is 86 of 136 for 1,200. So 4 games, he's thrown for over basically 300 yards a game. 10 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's been really good. Getting sacked a ton, but looks really good. Rushing, Michelle's averaging 3.7. White 3.6. Harris 4.6. Harris is going to get some run now that Michelle's hurt. Receiving, Jacoby Myers has been a monster. 19 catches, 349 yards, 5 touchdowns. Henry 23 for 271. Aguilar 18 for 269. Bourne has been a bit disappointing. 12 catches, but only 81 yards. He does have 3 touchdowns, so I guess it's not terrible. Defensively, Hightower leads us in tackles. Tackle for losses. Guy, then Winovich has 3. Judon has 2. Barmore has 2. Sacks, Judon has 3. Guy and Van Noy each with 2. Godschau with 1. Winovich and Uche with half a sack each. All right. We're first in offensive yards, 13th in defensive yards. So offensively, things look good. So let's go in here. Let's continue to dump points into defense. Hit power, sure. What's this last one? Strength rating by 4. Ooh, that's nice. And then I assume once I fill this up, I'll be able to come up this side. I think. We'll see how that works. I don't really know, but we'll see. All right, so let's check in with our QB. We have to be better as a team and make sure we're getting out of these games with a win. You can't blame Cam. He threw for 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. He got sacked 7 times, though. It's not his fault. Put that one on me. I need to have you guys better prepared and put you in a better position. We'll get it figured out. Okay. What do I have to manage, staff? What do I have to do? I don't know what I have to do here. I don't think I have to do anything here. It says I have something to do here, but I don't know what. So, for now, we're going to say nothing. All right, so now let's go to... I wonder if anybody's going to be interested in him because he's hurt, or if the game doesn't think like that. Trade block, upgrade position, manual trade. If I put Michelle... Can I not trade him because he's hurt? Stupid game, man. Damn. All right. I'm not trading any of my draft picks. Shaq Mason, Andrews, Jones, Judon, Wynn, Van Noy, Owinu, Winovich, Aguilar, Guy. I don't know, maybe Nelson Aguilar? Because we can put... Actually, no, Kendrick Bourne. So, who wants Kendrick Bourne? We can trade Bourne and get some draft picks. That would be great. So, how do we switch teams? Oh, like this. Okay, so we need to find a team that needs a wide receiver. Does nobody, not a single team in the NFL needs a wide receiver? Really? Really, not a single team in the NFL needs a wide receiver. Okay, that's fine. So let's... Who do we want to trade him to? Oh, okay, and then you've got in the top left-hand corner their interest. So we're looking for teams that have high interest. So right now the Steelers, the Texans, the Vikings... the Bengals. Let's see about trading him to the Bengals. Does it tell me where they stand, where the interest is? Okay. All right. So I think I need to find a, because I'm under the maximum. I have 52 players on my 53-man roster, so I need to bring a player back, and ideally I need to find a team that like every team is over their roster, which is fine because it just means I can bring a player back. What about the New York Football Giants? Second and a fourth. Okay. What about just a second? Okay, so the trade interest level is not there. Okay. So I got to learn how this trade system works. So I'll probably fiddle around with it offline a little bit. No, you know what? We're going to sim another week. Or, no, let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Let's try a third and a fourth. Let's try that. I'm trying to see... Okay, so we're almost there. We're almost there. So what if we did your other fourth-round pick? What about that one? Would that work? Not quite. What about a second and a fifth? Or a third and a fifth, rather. Almost. We're almost there. Third and a sixth for Bourne. Okay. All right. All right. So we make our first trade. We trade Kendrick Bourne to the New York Football Giants for a third-round pick and a sixth-round pick. So now we've got the 80th and the 85th pick in the third round. Cool. All right. So that's the first deal we made. I think we're going to sim one more week, and then we're going to call it an episode here. So we're going to play that game against the Texans. So we need to... what do I want to do? I want to look at... We are going to have to reset our depth chart, I think. I'm going to look at the practice squad. Oh, it looks like it's just signing players automatically for me. Alex Wesley. Sure, we can upgrade him. Let's find a couple players for the practice squad. Jalen Guyton, sure. No. Actually, no, because the practice squad doesn't cost us anything. So let's sign him to the practice squad. And then... let's just look at free agents, because we do need to bring somebody in, I think, at this point. Bring in another wide receiver on the cheap, perhaps. Fitzgerald wants $4 million. Left tab. That's what I wanted to do. Bring back Danny Amendola, Alshon Jeffrey, Marquise Goodwin. Isaiah McKenzie. Let's bring Demir Bird back. He was pretty successful last year. Just have him in there as depth. Let's go back to the roster. It's a pretty good trade with the Giants, I think. We pick up 2 additional draft picks. So now we're running with Aguilar, Myers, Bird, Harry, and Olszewski. And I think we're going to do that. We are going to need to upgrade our wide receiver core. It's pretty brutal right now. The other thing we can do is once we get Asiasi back, once we get Jonnu Smith back, we can put him in as a wide receiver. So, yeah, I think wide receiver is going to be our main target. We're pretty loaded at tight end once we get Jonnu Smith back. Yeah, and Myers has been a beast so far. Jacoby Myers has been an absolute beast this year for us. So, all right, so that works. Let's advance the week. That freed up a little bit of cap space because Bourne was signed to a couple-year contract. So we now have 6 players ready to negotiate. All right. So we aren't bringing back Stephon Gilmore. Devin McCourty's not interested. Demir Bird's interested. Donta Hightower, J.C. Jackson. We're just going to give Jackson what he wants. Likes the length of the contract, but that's about it. So we're going to have to give him more. Okay. Michelle, we're not going to bring back. Of course, now he's hurt, so I can't do anything with him. Hightower. A fair offer's 23.1. Oh, wait. What did I do? Oops. Oh, come on. All right. I see how this thing works now. Let's get him to 23.5, and we'll make that offer. Ah! All right. So I'm struggling with the negotiations, but that's fine. That sucks. But we'll sort through it. Because I can't bring Hightower back now, and I can't bring McCourty back now. I might be able to bring him back in free agency, and frankly, I might be able to get him for less. But that's okay. All right. It stinks. All right, let's do our scouting. Where was that wide receiver that we were looking at? Right here, Danny Fincher. Mid-first rounder. Now we got to start looking at some linebackers because if we lose Hightower, late second rounder. Okay, let's look at Dominic Shepard, and we may as well. Late first rounder. Okay. Let's just do both of these guys. Early second rounder scheme fit. Mid second rounder scheme fit. Okay, and now, yeah, let's take a look at running backs. Or no, I'm gonna go back into wide receivers because I think at this point we're gonna need Marcus Knighton. Mid first rounder. So we got 12 points left, so we can unlock somebody. So Kirk Shields out of Western Kentucky. Oh, I can't. I'm going to lose 12 points this week. Well, that sucks. All right. Weekly strategy. Deshaun Watson. Yep, we're going to defend the deep pass against Deshaun Watson. Sure. Run inside. And I think I'm going to change my depth chart at running back, and we're going to put Damian Harris as the number 1 running back because I don't want James White to get the majority of the runs, majority of the carries. So let's... Oh, I don't have any upgrades. That's too bad. So let's change the depth chart right now. Oh, Harris is already there. Okay, perfect. All right. So we don't have any upgrades. So we'll just play the game. See if we can improve to 3-2 before we call it an episode here. I think we should be able to against a not very good Texans team. They're 0-4, so I sure hope we can do it. Super Sim. And let's see what happens. So we take a 7-0 lead in the first. They cut it to 7-3. 7-6. And they're winning 14-7. 17-14 going into the fourth. There we go. We get a touchdown. They kick a field goal, and we lose. Wow. That is a disappointing game. That is a disappointing game. That is a disappointing game. That one stings. We lose 23-21 to the 0-4. Oh, good. William Sherman. That's just wonderful. I don't care about William Sherman. All right. Well, that stinks. So we're 2-3. Let's just advance the week. Let's get to Cowboys week, and we'll sort of reset things, and we'll call it an episode. All right. So we are 2-3 through week 5. Yeah, we got to get to 7 wins to get. I still think we'll get to 7 wins. I don't think we're that bad. But yeah, that's a bummer. I was expecting Shaq Mason is available to play. Trent Brown is available to play. All right, so that's gonna do it. So we'll do this GM meeting next time, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if there's stuff I should be doing that I'm not. Because again, I'm still kind of learning my way through the game. But I hope you're enjoying it. I'm having fun simming some football, some Madden as we get ready for the upcoming NFL season. And I'll talk to everybody soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.